Okay. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Hello and welcome to Heart and Parcel English and Cooking class. Hello, teachers. Hello, students. Lovely to see you all and great to see you chatting in the live chat. Hi, Juliet. Hi, Emma, Massima, Lisa. Hi. My name is Claire, and every week we have been making wonderful dishes from the Heart and Parcel cookbook. The Heart and Parcel cookbook is made by our English language learning students, and their dishes are really, really delicious dishes that they have created in their homes with their families, and they are sharing it with us today. So I'm so excited to share it with you. Every week we do English writing, reading, speaking, listening, everything you can imagine. And also a little bit of cooking as well. Welcome new students. It's great to see some new faces in the live chat and on the list. Welcome everybody. If you have any questions at all with the lesson, you can type in the live chat and our fantastic teachers will come and answer those questions for you. Hi Sylvia, hi Najat, hey Hanan, Louise, Farhat, lovely to see you. Great. Hi, Bridget. Fantastic. If you find the lesson too easy, don't worry. Type in the live chat, ask the teachers some more questions, and they will give you some more English to work with. If you find the lesson too difficult, don't worry. At the end, you can watch back with the subtitles on, and you can write down some new vocabulary and new words that you didn't catch. If you like our videos, if you like what we're doing, you can like and subscribe this lesson and also our channel, and you can catch any new lessons that are coming up. Oh, guys, I'm so sad today for a reason, and that is because it is the last session of this series of online and cooking classes. I can't believe how fast it's gone. We've now done, this will be our 8th class, cooking different recipes from the cookbook. But don't worry, we will be back soon. We are taking a break to develop more lessons and make them even better for you. So please, please, please do not worry. We have your email, we have your phone numbers, so we will be able to contact you when we are ready to do more classes. I hope you're feeling good today. I hope you're feeling excited. And are you ready to get started? Okay, let's go. I have 2 questions for you today. 2 questions for you. Question number 1. Why do you like cooking? Number 1. Why do you like cooking? Question number 2. Why do you like learning English? Why do you like learning English? Question 1, why do you like cooking? Question 2, why do you like learning English? You can type your answers in the live chat. You can speak out loud. You can write down on a pen or paper, or you can pause now and speak out loud if you're watching back. Off you go. So I think I will answer my questions whilst I'm waiting. Why do I like cooking? This is a really good question. I love cooking because it reminds me of all of the times that I spend with my family and my friends, making food together or sharing food together or eating food together or talking about food together. Every single piece of food, every single dish I make has a memory. And when I eat that food again, or I make that food again, I remember all the good times and all the good memories. Why do you like cooking? And for me, why am I learning English language? Let's change mine to why am I teaching? Why do I like teaching the English language? Because I love meeting new people. I love meeting amazing students with so many different stories to tell and who can give me lots of different ideas and advice and suggestions. Even as a teacher, I learn every single day new things. And it's been great in the WhatsApp group to learn lots of different types of recipes and food and learn from you students. I think Manis, last week I learned how to make that delicious tea, the mint and the fenugreek. Oh, it was amazing. And I've also learned lots of different techniques from being and talking with students. Lots of good chats there. Aklama, yeah, absolutely. English is the international language. It's quite widely spoken. And yes, you live in the UK. That's so important. Sylvia? Yeah, absolutely. Cooking rice when you have your family and cooking together. Najat, of course, just cooking because just eating good food and just tasting all the good food. Brilliant. Aisha, yes, I love cooking because I love food. Brilliant. Carolina, yeah, like cooking for other people and making them feel happy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Hanan has made a good point, and Aklama as well. Aklama said cooking is an art. That's really interesting. I've seen many good decorations in the WhatsApp group and many different ways to present your food. And Hanan has actually said cooking is a language. It's brilliant. That's great. It's how we communicate with people across the world. Juliet's very therapeutic. I like cooking because I feel so relaxed when I make the food. I like learning English because every day I can improve and practice with other people. So that kind of self-development is great. So cooking and English language are actually quite closely related. Learning a new language and learning cooking. It's what these sessions are all about. I really, really hope that you are enjoying our sessions, and I hope you're about to enjoy this one. Are you ready? I'm going to be cooking 2 absolutely delicious dishes from the cookbook. Before I start, I have a question for you. I'm going to give you 1 minute to type down everything you can see on the table. There are 2 dishes and many ingredients. So I want you to type down all the ingredients on the table. You can type them in the live chat. You can write them down on a piece of paper with a pen, or you can speak out loud, practice your pronunciation, or you can pause the video and speak out if you're watching back. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, get typing, get speaking, count how many you can do. Look at all the ingredients that are on there. Type down all of them. Try to get all the spelling correct, please. Please make sure that you are going further. If you are a higher level learner, try to put in more adjectives. What's the color? What's the flavor? What can you see? What kind of food is it? What kind of food is it? Type down everything. Maybe you can look at the quantity for the moment. Pop in lots of different types of food here. Don't forget the things in the jars. Have a look at the things on the table here. 30 seconds. Be careful, some words are very different in different types of Englishes. Open that out for you. That's a confusing one. Maybe you can have a look at that one there. Great. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop there. Fantastic. Massima, Lisa, well done. I can see Soraya, Hafida, Sinem. Brilliant. You guys are getting them really, getting quite a lot of the words there written down. And actually all the spelling is looking good as well. Really nice job. Really, really good. Really, really good. Okay. If you didn't get them all, don't worry. We're going to go through them right now. Take a look at my board here. I have 2 columns. On one side, I have dish 1. And on the other side, I have dish 2. And these are the ingredients on the table. We have meats. And I think, Lisa, well done. You got that one. It's minced meat. Minced meat. This one here is turkey meat. But the dish calls for lots of different types of meat. You can use whichever meat you want. Up to you, as long as it is minced. Minced. We have, how do we say this one? Onion. Onion. It's a large white onion. Large white onion. A lot of you actually said like capricorn or capsicum or paprika. Almost right. And I think in some language you can say capsicum, but these are pepper. In UK English, pepper. Just like the black pepper. Same sound, pepper. You can practice saying them out loud as I go down. Next one here, of course, our good friend garlic. Always got to have onion and garlic in any kind of dish. This one. Now this is a new spice for me, a new seasoning for me. This is a all-purpose seasoning. All-purpose seasoning. And all-purpose just means for everything. For everything. So this is a mixture of paprika, coriander, garlic, nutmeg, cinnamon, just a mixture of ingredients. You can buy the seasoning in any shop. I got this from Asda, I think, but you can get it from any shop. Olive oil, I think you missed that one because I'm almost finished. I use a lot of olive oil in my cooking. And of course, I think I saw Massimo, you got that one. Egg, hen's eggs. Here we have some self-raising flour. Self-raising flour. We need to have this one to rise. Self-raising flour. Remember, not like the plant, but spelt with U-R. And last but not least, for this dish, we have butter. And this one is unsalted. Unsalted butter. I don't know if you can see that. Unsalted butter. Unsalted means not salted. Less salt. Good. That's one dish. The next one. This might be a trick question. I think some of you got it right. I will accept that answer. Many countries use the English word eggplant. Eggplant. That's correct. In the UK, you most commonly use aubergine. Aubergine. And I love this. I love this vegetable. The color is so beautiful, such a rich, dark purple, so shiny. It's brilliant. It's a really good vegetable for me. Do you like it? Then we have, I had some dinner last night and it's just leftover flatbread. This is actually Rizwana's recipe, the chapati that I made in session 2. And I've just got some left over. I'll show you what I do with that one later. And here we have cucumber. Cucumber. It's an interesting word. Cucumber. Here, I don't know if you saw this, but these are frozen garden peas. And absolutely fine to have them frozen. You just leave them out to defrost for the day. Next, we have yogurts. I've got natural yogurt here. Nice and creamy to start off with. Well done if you got that. Did anyone get this one? I think I did see somebody get this one actually. Tahini. Now, this is interesting. This is sesame seeds that are ground down into a paste. So it's like a sesame paste. Very interesting flavor. You can get from any supermarket. Next, lemon. Always nice sour taste to our dish. After that, we have our spice, cumin, very, very common spice. And here, this is a really great nut. This nut here is the walnut. You can use in many, many different types of cooking. Actually, Anastasia, I think you were using this one for your goat's cheese salad and beetroot dish in the WhatsApp group. It's very good for you. And actually in China, if you eat this, they say that you are very clever because it looks like a brain. See? So it's a good food for you, very healthy. Finally, we have parsley as our herb. Some fresh parsley. So many ingredients, 2 dishes. What are we making today? What are we making today? I'm doing 2 very, very nice recipes that you can make whenever. Actually, this is a really good one for the summer. If you're having a picnic, you can make these. I'm making Catherine. This is our dear friend, our dear student, Catherine. Many of you will know her from our classes. And she gave us her wonderful recipe for spicy sausage rolls. Quite a British recipe, actually. And I'm going to show you how to make that. The pastry is very delicious. Very delicious. And we're going to pair it with a really, really gorgeous, creamy Middle Eastern salad called Fatta. This is a beautiful salad here. I think maybe some of you will know this one. And it's really delicious, very fresh, and goes perfectly with any meats or barbecue, and of course, our sausage rolls. So, are you ready to get started? You'll notice always what I've started to do is I'm not putting the quantities down because it's really good practice to listen for detail and to catch how many grams of something I use, how many things I use. So listen very carefully, and at the end, I'm going to ask you what and how many things we use. Also, it's our last session pay attention to all the verbs that I use and all the utensils that I use so you can catch some new vocabulary for today. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. So I'm going to begin with the sausage rolls here. So you've got two different types of parts to this dish. You've got the filling and you've got the dough and the filling. There we are. And so I'm going to start with the filling first. And you can use, as I said, any kind of meat you want. Now, Catherine uses pork actually for her meat. But of course, I know that many people don't eat pork for whatever reason. And so you can use turkey, chicken mince. You could even use beef is a really nice substitute. Anything you like, you can experiment. So this is my turkey mince. 400 grams of turkey mince. And you're going to put it in the bowl here. Next, I've got one big onion. And with this big onion, you need to finely chop the onion. Here's one I made earlier. I'm just going to pour that in to our mixture. So far, so good. Next, with the peppers. Now, same with the onion. Because it's the filling, you really, really want it finely chopped here. So I'm going to finely chop those peppers and just pop them into the bowl as well. Great. Next, I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic, and with the back of my knife, I'm going to, what's this? Do you remember the verb? What is that verb? And then finally chop. So I crushed. Good, Hanan. Good, Asmahan. Well done. You got it. Yes. And Hanan, well done. You want to have the ED ending when you're talking about ingredients being prepared. So 2 garlic cloves, crushed. And actually, Najat, I saw on your video, you did a great way to prepare the garlic, which is to grate the garlic, right? You just grate it against the grater to make it really small and fine. It's a really good tip. Thank you for showing me. Now with this one, you want to add the all-purpose spice. And Catherine only says 2 tablespoons, but I made these the other day and I really think it needs more. So I'm putting in 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of all-purpose seasoning. Look at that color. Wow, fantastic. Really nice. So that's 3 tablespoons there. 3 tablespoons. And I'm going to season the top there. And let's mix it with my spoon for the moment before I add that final part. I'm just going to get my hands in. I think it's so important actually to mix properly. Oh, I'm glad, Farhat. Good. I'm glad you understand everything. So push and crush the mixture together. And you can see the all-purpose seasoning has created a beautiful, rich color. Fabulous. You might even want to make the filling, the vegetables smaller if you wish, but I like mine quite chunky. So there we are, mixing there. And finally to this, you want to add 1 egg. 1 egg into the filling. Here we are, cracking it in. And this helps, well, actually, can anyone else answer that? Why do you put an egg in the filling? What's the purpose? What's the reason for putting an egg into the filling? Also adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And this has a similar purpose to the egg. Yes, Teacher Cat is asking, why do we put this in here? Good, Massimo, to make sticky. Good, Hanan, amalgamation, that's a good word. We use in cooking, we use to combine or to bind. To bind or to combine. Farhat, well done. It does make some, eggs do make some things fluffy, but that's more for maybe an omelette or a cake. Great. I'll put to one side. That's our filling done. Tick onto our dough. Now, this dough is really interesting. I actually really like this dough because this is a dough that's very similar to my grandmother's dough. My grandmother makes this kind of dough when she is making pie or pastry. And so when Catherine showed me this, I got quite excited. So with my, what are these? Do you remember from last week? With my weighing scales, I'm going to use 500 grams of self-raising flour. 500 grams of self-raising flour. And Catherine wants us to use a, what's that? What's that utensil in the flour? Have a think. Say out loud at home. Write it down. Or you can say the full sentence. What am I doing? I love this. It's like snow. It's snowing. Well, it might snow today. The weather's terrible. So this is a sieve. A sieve. Well done, Aklama. And actually the verb is sieving or to sieve. So to sieve the flour, I sieve the flour, I am sieving the flour. And I'm doing that because you want to keep some air in there. You want it to be light and smooth because of the nature of the pastry. Now, next to this, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt and 250 grams of unsalted butter. 250 grams of unsalted butter. You want to cut up cubes of the butter and add to your mix. This is exactly what my grandma used to do. And actually, Catherine used to make this for her children. She used to work in a hospital and she would come home and make this for her children after their school. And she said it reminds her of that time, which I thought was really nice to have that memory of making something special. Kind of what Carolina said at the beginning, food helps you to connect with people. With my hands, I'm going to do something quite interesting with this pastry. You want to do this. Before I say it, does anybody know what this technique is? Oh, Hanan, you're absolutely right. That's something I forgot. The butter does need to be very soft in order to do this. Thanks, Hanan. Because you need to be able to do what I'm doing now easily. And you want it to look a bit like breadcrumbs. Oh, Fatima, really? In London, it's sunny? Let's all go to London, huh? We're in Manchester at the moment, where it always rains. Well, that's not been true for a while. So what am I doing? Good, Khadija, good guess. Crumbling the flour. Massima, brilliant, good guess. Like pinching. Janute, kneading. That actually comes later. Fatima, good crumbling. Actually, a lot of you are doing some good guesses here. The correct term is to rub. To rub. So when you see this in a recipe, this is what it means. So rub the butter and flour together until it resembles breadcrumbs. And this is a perfect way to make what is called a short crust pastry. You can use this pastry for many different things like pie or pastry or flan or sausage roll, anything you like. Yeah, it's a really, really nice pastry. Like you can roll it out, and if you want to do something sweet, you can add some sugar and you add some raspberries, make a pie, whatever you want. So it kind of looks like breadcrumbs now. I don't know if you can see that there. Very nice, very, very nice. And to that, I'm actually going to now add 2 eggs. Two eggs into the pastry or the dough, and about 50 mils, not too much, 50 milliliters of water. And I'm going to mix that all together. This is the best bit where your hands get all messy. Now, with this, I would also give advice to be a bit gentle with this because this is quite delicate pastry. What does it look like? Can you give me some words to describe this? Actually going to, just for space, tip this out. And gently, as Janut said, now we want to knead. To help it come together a bit. I'm going to use a touch more water because I can see some crumbs coming out the side there. So you can add more water or less water. Just see how it feels. Really important to see how the dough feels. If it's too dry, add a little bit more water. If it's too wet, you can add more flour. So it's got this lovely soft feel to it now. And we're almost ready to prepare our sausage rolls. So, next step, you can clean the bits off your hands. Do you guys get that? Always have bits on my hands, very messy. The fun of cooking. Actually, you could make these with your children or friends. It's a really fun activity together. So, next step, get my rolling pin and I want to pop it into a rectangular shape. And with that, I'm just going to roll it out. Now, I made these the other day and it was a little bit too thick. Could add a little bit of flour if you're worried about the surface. So I'm going to roll it a little bit thinner than last time. They're rolling it out into a slight shape. What shape would you call this? Students, teachers as well. What do you think? What shape is that? I'm trying my best. Make it look like a rectangle. A rectangle. You can see it's quite a big surface area, but that's because the dough is quite thin. Perfect. Next, what you're going to do is take a knife and down the middle, you want to cut everything down the middle. Like that. Fabulous. With our filling, bring this back. And I want you to divide the filling into two. And I'm just going to spread it along the center of my two, I suppose they're rectangles, aren't they? What do you think they look like? A circle? Oh, these are brilliant. Now, sausage rolls are a really great snack at the moment because the weather is so good. So many people have been having picnics. Do you know what a picnic is? Where you go outside and you take a blanket and some food with your families. Maybe you can just go in your garden or the local park, somewhere quite close, and making sure you're far away from other people. You can sit down, relax, and have some of these. So you've got two lines, and here comes the technique bit. You want to take the edges of your roll and fold over. And I'm just going to roll it all the way over there. Fabulous. Almost like sushi, no? But with pastry. Brilliant. So that's one. And then the next one, I'm going to roll over like this. And fold over. This pastry is so good to work with that it's really very easy to move. You notice there's a little fold here. You want to just fold and press under. There. Fantastic, looking great. Then you're going to take a tray with some, what's this? I'm testing you on everything today. A tray with some baking paper. And I'm going to cut the rolls into smaller tubes. You could even go further. You can do smaller ones or bigger ones, depending on how you're feeling. I imagine that Catherine, with her children, they were probably really hungry after school. So maybe they had bigger ones. Oh, I'm getting so excited. I actually have a picnic planned this weekend. So I think the good thing about these is that you can freeze them like this now, and you can put them in the oven straight from the freezer. So then you can pop them on the tray. You can see the little tiny ones there. I've made smaller ones. You can do bigger ones if you wish, as I've said. Wow. And I suppose you can change the filling. Don't be shy about being creative. The whole point of cooking, as Aklam has said, is that it's an art. So you can try different ingredients. Maybe add some chili in there, some different herbs, spices, whatever you want. I'm going to put these to one side. And put the rest on another baking tray, ready to bake for later. And if you're ready to bake them now, you can put them in an egg wash. So you can take one egg for the egg wash, and you can crack it and break it into egg here. Now, what's this? What is this verb? When you mix the egg very fast, if you're at home, you can say it out loud. Good, Aisha, you can brush the egg. And so this is beaten egg, which you brush on the top of your beautiful sausage rolls. And it just gives them that glaze, that really nice glaze. And what you then can do as well is you can sprinkle them with sesame seeds, and then you can put in the oven at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So we'll just pop those in the oven. And whilst I'm waiting for those to cook, I'm going to move to my lovely creamy salad. Now this salad is, I have to say, I had never tried this salad before. And this salad is by our dear students, Rasha and Sahar. And they're from Iraq. And they make beautiful, fresh food. And they shared this food with us. And I just thought it looks so interesting. And it goes really well with if you're having a barbecue or if you're having any kind of meat-based dinner. It goes really, really well. So, for the fatta, you need 1 aubergine. 1 aubergine, and you need it cut into cubes or squares. Do you remember what the name is for the cutting into cubes or squares? So this is cutting it, you dice it. You just dice it there. And it's just into little squares like that. So 1 aubergine. This is quite a large one, so I just used 1. But if you want medium, then use 2. Yes, Massima, it's kind of like a diamond, but it's cubes, isn't it? So we dice them. If you did the homework last week, you will be very familiar with that term. Then, with the frying pan, we actually need to fry these for a little bit. So I'm just going to add some oil into the frying pan. You actually need quite a bit because aubergines are very absorbent. Very, very absorbent. And they require quite a lot of cooking and oil. And once the oil is hot enough, you want to add the aubergine. Really make sure you don't burn it. And you want to fry the aubergine for around about 3 minutes. Okay? Now I'm making a slightly smaller portion today because there's only me who's going to be eating it, I think. I'm going to add a little bit more oil. You can see it's already absorbed that. Frying the aubergine there for about 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. And whilst that's frying away, I'm going to get my, what do you guys remember this one? Not napkin, not tissue, kitchen towel. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. Ah, yeah, Juliet, kitchen paper is fine as well. Aisha, kitchen towels, well done. And if you're at home, if you're getting them all right and you're not writing in the live chat, well done to you. Oh, it smells so good. I love, love, love the smell of aubergine. It reminds me of lamb. So sometimes food reminds me of another food, and I think about lamb and I think about coriander, and my mouth starts to water. Ah, it's so good. I love, 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 love cooked aubergine. I'm going to take that off and I'm going to drain that in my kitchen towel. And whilst that's draining, I'm also going to add a little sprinkle of salt to it. It's really important to season aubergine because it can get very dry. Straight back in, the pan is going to go back on. And remember my flatbread? You want to cut that into squares and you're going to fry the bread. And this is really important for fatta because fatta is actually, it means, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Arabic speakers, but it means broken bread, right? So you want to have the broken bread frying. Oh, Elvis, I'm with you. I love aubergine as well. What do you like yours with? And we're going to fry that bread there. Wow. There is nothing better than fried bread. In the UK, we actually put fried bread on our breakfasts in the morning. We had big fried breakfasts. We have you know, sausage. We have baked beans, and we have fried bread on the top there. Make sure it doesn't burn. Really important. I want it to stay at the right side of crispy. And whilst I'm waiting for that one, we're going to get my cucumber. I'm just using half a cucumber because I don't want too much cucumber in my salad. And you're going to chop that up once I find my knife. I'm going to drain the bread on the side there. And of course, you want to season the top there. So drain it a little bit. Yeah, that's really oily, that one. Very, very oily. Drain the top there. Oh, I've got a few burnt bits, never fear. I can just pick those bits out. Leave them to dry off. And finally, my cucumber. Nice and fresh to a bowl. Add the cucumber and start to layer up the salad. So you're going to layer it up like this. Half a cucumber, cut in half and quartered. I don't peel my cucumber. I leave it with the seeds in and everything. But if you feel like you need to peel your cucumber, go ahead, that's fine. And to that, I'm going to add my aubergine. And it should have cooled by now. I'm still a little bit hot, but that's fine. You're going to spread it over the top there. Wow, it's looking really colourful. Really colourful. Finally, peas. You're going to sprinkle the peas on. You need about 250 grams of peas. You sprinkle that on. Fantastic. Then, almost there, with your yogurt, you're going to add about, see, this is a tough one. I would say 1 tablespoon of tahini to 250 mils of yogurt, okay? 1 tablespoon of tahini to 250 grams of yogurt, or mils, sorry. And mix it up. And also with that cumin, going to need 1 teaspoon. And mix that up with the yogurt. Get that nice brown coming through with the cumin and the tahini, making a beautiful creamy dressing. Rasha and Sahar actually made this for our ESOL class, and it was a real hit. 1 lemon. And I want you to squeeze there. Mix it up. Brilliant. And the last thing you're going to do is pour over the top of the salad there and smooth it around. It adds a kind of cooling taste that's just very, very, very refreshing. Again, good for a summer's day. And to decorate, you're going to put your bread pieces on the top there. Sprinkle the broken bread on top. And fatta, you can do any kind of different filling. You can do even lamb, actually. You can do different types of salad underneath. But as long as you have, oh, can you hear that? Oh, that cracked bread. Lovely and fried. Don't forget to finish the garnish off with some chopped parsley. Goes really nicely on the top. And sprinkle it around. And the decoration is very important. Very, very, very important. And finally, don't forget our walnuts. You just crush them. Crush them on top. Ah, beautiful. What a showstopper. It looks really nice. If you were having lots of different salads, maybe you had a crunchy one, maybe the carrot salad from session 4 or 5, and maybe the beetroot salad from session 1, and this one would make a really great dinner party centerpiece. And here we are, our fatta with our fantastic sausage rolls. They've been in the oven for 20 minutes. And you'll notice they're just lovely and golden on top. Really, really nice. And I'm just going to pop them on the plate there. Here. Lovely. Brilliant. You can serve with a nice tomato-y dip or a nice mayonnaise or any other dip that you want. That's it. I think you guys need to see how many quantities. How did you guys do? Let's have a look and go to the board. I think you got it. I think you got it really well. So I'm not going to check too much. But you had the 400 grams of meat. You had 1 white onion. You had 2 peppers, right? Check your answers. If you didn't get it right, don't worry. 2 cloves of garlic. Good. All purpose. I added 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons. Olive oil. 2 tablespoons. Egg, we had 3 in total. 1 for the filling and 2 for the dough. And maybe some leftover for the egg wash. 500 grams of self-raising flour and 250 grams of unsalted butter. If you got it right, well done. Aubergine, 1. Flatbread, 1. Cucumber, half. Peas, 250 grams. Yogurt, 250 milliliters. Tahini, 1 tablespoon. Can add a little bit more if you like that strong taste. Lemon, just the juice of 1. Cumin, 1 tablespoon. Was it 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon? Who knows? Walnuts, a handful, just a handful. And a parsley, a handful as well. If you got it right, well done, everybody. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us today and for all of the sessions that we've had, sessions 1 all the way through to 8. I really, really hope that you had a wonderful time. A huge thanks to our teachers. Really, really, really fun. I really hope you learned some new words. We've got some homework coming at the end. We would also like you to help us make our lessons better. So we're going to give you a questionnaire in the live chat right now. And please, can you click on that link in the live chat there? I think we're going to repost it again. And if you can fill that out, did you like the lessons? Did you not like the lessons? What do you want for next time? Do you want to see more cake? Do you want to see more sweet things? What would you like to see? How can we help you learn English? And how can we help you enjoy your time with us? Thank you so much, everybody. We're going to keep the WhatsApp group alive and we will message in there every now and then. Oh, lovely to see you guys. Thank you so much, everybody. And we will see you very, very soon. Keep safe, keep healthy, keep happy, and enjoy your food and your English language learning. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.